What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, colorful boxing analyst, boxing pundit, and Hall of Fame trainer, Teddy Atlas. He weighs in on the abilities of undefeated, undisputed lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney, who has 28 wins, no loss and no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. He is 23 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. So Teddy Atlas, he absolutely gushes over Devin Haney's abilities, okay? Devin Haney obviously is going into a highly anticipated rematch, instant rematch, immediate rematch with former unified lightweight world champion, Australian star boxer, George Kambosos Jr., who is 20 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout. He is 29 years of age, 5'9" with a 68-inch arm reach, right? And the reason I say it's highly anticipated is because everybody is intrigued to see what's next with Devin Haney. Everybody wants him to get past this fight with George Kambosos so we can see what's next, what's on the menu next. Now, obviously, Devin Haney, he can't have that mindset because he can't have no setbacks. So Devin Haney has to be focused. Their first fight was June 4th in Australia. June 4th here in the States, June 5th in Australia, okay? So the rematch is going to take place next Saturday in Australia again, October 15th. So Teddy Atlas, he raves about the mindset and the skill set of Devin Haney. Finally, somebody in the boxing media that give Devin Haney his props and his credit, right? For what he brings to the sport of boxing, his approach to the sport of boxing. So Teddy Atlas, he states that, you know, Devin Haney becoming undisputed is a big deal, but not just because of his skill set and his victories, but because of Devin Haney's mindset, the champion mindset, right? So he stated that Devin Haney, you know, has the mindset of a champion. Devin Haney went over to Australia, unlike everybody else, and he's not worrying about the money, he's not worrying about the politics. He's worrying about the sport of boxing. So it's the mindset of Devin Haney, right? And so, with that said, you know, Teddy Atlas, he states that Devin Haney is the prettiest boxer to watch, the most skillful, dynamic boxer to watch. Now, he said that Devin Haney don't have the TNT, the explosiveness that undefeated 3-division world champion, superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who is 27 wins, no loss, no draw, 25 wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Gervonta Tank Davis will be 28 next month. He said that he don't have the one-punch explosive knockout power that Gervonta Tank Davis has, but you know, he has great timing, great reaction. He has he says that he has the prettiest style to watch in the sport of boxing. It's so graceful, right? He said what he is the purest boxer possibly in the sport of boxing, and I agree. And so Teddy Atlas, he stated that he believes that George Kambosos Jr., with his timing and his skill set, will be, you know, a better fight this go round, but he still just don't have enough skills to compete with Devin Haney. He says that he does have timing, which he dropped former unified lightweight world champion superstar boxer Teofimo Lopez with his timing. And he has just enough quickness to time fighters like Teofimo Lopez, but that won't be the case when he's dealing with Devin Haney, right? And so with that said, you know, Teddy Atlas, he stated that, you know, that he believes that, you know, Devin Haney is going to be victorious in his fight. And he's going to be victorious in a lot of fights, but he likes the champion mindset, that he wants to fight any and everybody. So he gives him his props, and he stated that it's time for everybody to start giving Devin Haney his props, is what Teddy Atlas stated, right? It's time for everybody to start acknowledging him, give him his props, and give him, you know, his flowers, not just for his skill set, but for the fact that he's willing to travel to Australia back-to-back. He's willing to leave a promoter, leave his comfort zone to make the biggest fights. And this is something I've been saying. He just don't get enough credit for what he does in the sport of boxing, what he brings to the sport of boxing. And obviously Teddy Atlas, he attested to, wanting to see Devin Haney fight the Gervonta Tank Davises of the world, so on and so forth. Now, people ask me all the time, hey, Blue, why you pick Devin Haney over Gervonta Tank Davis? And I'm going to tell you why, just what Teddy Atlas stated, is that Devin Haney will neutralize the power of Gervonta Tank Davis. Because like Teddy Atlas stated, Devin Haney's game is to control the pace of the fight, control the distance of the fight. And he's big, he's athletic, and he has a high commitment and high ring IQ to the sport of boxing. So he knows, he's very much so aware of what Gervonta Tank Davis does great. Now I know when I make this comparison, people are going to complain, they're going to cry, they're going to kick, they're going to claw, and they're going to scratch. He is not Floyd Mayweather. I'm not saying he's Floyd Mayweather, right? What I'm saying is, yet, okay? What he has is the ability to neutralize his opponents. So what you see his other fighters do against other fighters is not going to be the same thing when they get in the ring with Devin Haney. It's not going to look the same, right? It's just like when you have other fighters fighting Floyd Mayweather, right? It looks mighty different fighting him than it does fighting everybody else, right? And there's a reason for that, because of their ability to neutralize what you do great. Just like undefeated Olympic silver medalist, 2-division world champion, former unified super featherweight world champion, superstar boxer, Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, neutralizes what his opponents do best. And so this is why I stated that, it's just simply going to look different when you have Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney facing off against guys that are explosive, athletic, and quick. And just like people thought that George Kambosos, they looked at how George Kambosos looked against Teofimo Lopez, and they looked at George Kambosos' quickness and his hand speed and the power, the fact that he dropped Teofimo Lopez. Devin Haney don't have a chin. It was anything but that. It wasn't even competitive. It was a shutout on the part of Devin Haney. It wasn't even a competitive fight at all whatsoever. And again, that's because of what Devin Haney does to neutralize what his opponents do great. So I tell people all the time, it's not going to look what you think is going to look like. Now, with Gervonta Tank Davis is explosive. The thing about Gervonta Tank Davis that makes him different from anybody else's that Devin Haney faces is that he's a southpaw. He has very fast hands. He's very explosive with his punches. But what gets overlooked with Gervonta Tank Davis is his ability to make adjustments and his ability to box. So he's going to be able to have the ability to make adjustments against against Devin Haney, and he has the ability to box. But he's just not the intangibles, right? He's 5'5". Devin Haney is 5'9.5". So he's 4.5 inches taller. Devin Haney has a 72-inch arm reach. Tank Davis has a 67-inch arm reach. It's a 5-inch arm reach advantage over Tank Davis. And Devin Haney has more active, quicker feet and just as quick hands as Gervonta Tank Davis. But more importantly, he uses his intangibles to control the pace and the distance of the fight. And so he's going to neutralize that of what Gervonta Tank Davis does. He's going to neutralize his left hand. He's going to make him a right-handed fighter. What I mean by that is this, is that he's going to make Gervonta Tank Davis nullify his left hand to where he's just going to be solely his biggest attribute in that fight is going to be his right hand, right? And so that when he neutralizes, that's, in my opinion, going to be Devin Haney's greatest performance. Now, it's not going to be the most exciting performance, and people are going to complain. But like Floyd Mayweather did with Manny Pacquiao, he used his intangibles, right? It's very similar. Manny Pacquiao is 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach, big left hand, a lot of power in his left hand. Now I think Gervonta Tank Davis is a more well-rounded fighter than Manny Pacquiao, right? But Manny Pacquiao is a left-hand dominant fighter. He has fast hands and a lot of power. That's Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, Manny Pacquiao has faster feet than Gervonta Tank Davis, more active feet than Gervonta Tank Davis, right? But Floyd Mayweather, 5'9", 5'8.5", with a 72-inch arm. Devin Haney's even taller than Floyd Mayweather, and by the time he fights Tank, his arm reach might be 73 because he's only 23 years of age. He's very wiry, very long, wiry frame, but he's very solid, right? He's not a very thin fighter. And so with that said, right, like Floyd Mayweather was able to use his intangibles, his reach, his height, his ability to control the pace of the fight, control the distance. That's what he used to nullify and neutralize Manny Pacquiao. And that's what Devin Haney is ultimately, I believe, in my opinion, is going to do with Gervonta Tank Davis. He's going to make him one-dimensional, make him right-handed fighter. He knows which angles to turn at, which angles not to turn at. So don't give Gervonta Tank Davis an advantage. Don't give him an opening. And I think that ultimately, that's going to be the difference in the fight. Like Teddy Atlas said, he's a master class boxer that knows how to control the pace of the fight, control the distance of the fight. And he has a very, very high ring IQ, right? But he's very wiry. He knows how to use his advantages, and he don't care if the crowd is booing. He don't care if it's boring, as long as he gets the victory. Now, I do believe in the Jorge Linares fight, he was looking to prove a point because everybody was saying the Gamboa fight was so boring because he just outboxed him. He didn't take risks. He didn't take chances. So Jorge Linares, he made a miss in the pocket. Now, Devin Haney does have flaws, right? Like Teddy Atlas said, at times he gets caught pulling out, and at times he stands straight up. And that's a flaw that, you don't want to have when you're dealing with Gervonta Tank Davis. That needs to be corrected. But ultimately, Devin Haney is not the biggest puncher. Gervonta Tank Davis has the edge and power, right? But he's just quick. He's just athletic. His reflexes are top notch, and his size, I think, is going to be a major problem. His movements, his angles is going to be a super problem for Gervonta Tank Davis, and that's why ultimately. So Teddy Atlas gushing over Devin Haney's abilities and skill set is the reason why I tell you guys that he's going to neutralize and he will win the fight against Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a 50-50 fight. Gervonta Tank Davis, can make adjustments. He got that TNT, like Teddy Atlas said, one-punch knockout power. You make a mistake, he'll make you pay. I just think that Devin Haney will stay disciplined for 12 rounds, won't allow himself to make a mistake, at least not twice, where Gervonta Tank Davis will start to pick up on it and be able to capitalize on it. So let's see how this unfolds. I do think he's going to be even better, but not much. I know he's saying it's a possibility he's going to stop Kambosos and he's going to let his right hand go. I don't think it's going to be a big difference in what we've seen from the first fight and the second fight. Just little subtle things. I think he'll use his right hand more, but he's going to go out there to Australia, assure the victory, come back, and then he'll worry about the big fights. Right now, he's just going to be concerned with securing the victory, going out there. Don't let it be a close fight so the judges have an opportunity to give Kambosos the benefit of the doubt and all of that, and possibly give him a victory. No, Devin Haney's going to go out there. He's going to assure himself the victory. He's going to dominate the fight. He's going to control the pace of the fight again. He may use his right hand a little bit more in the openings, but ultimately it's going to look a lot like the first fight, and he's going to assure the victory. Then once he does that, he can focus on the big fights. And he already traveled over to Australia, so he's going to secure victory. That's the main objective, is not to go over there and impress the fans and knock out Kambosos and think, no, it's just to go out there, get the victory, come back home, and start to build on these big fights that await you, period. So don't expect to see a dramatic change from the first fight in the second fight. You may see a difference in Kambosos that may bring out a different Devin Haney, meaning that Kambosos might be more aggressive, might open up more, where Devin Haney can capitalize on those mistakes and, land bigger, cleaner punches. But for the most part, Devin Haney's game plan is not going to change very much. If anything, The difference in the fight would be Kambosos' ability to change and make adjustments and take more chances and give Devin Haney more openings to capitalize on, which will look like Devin Haney has done something different. But in all reality, it's not. It's that Kambosos had made an adjustment and Devin Haney adjusted to what he did. So that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon and get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All in one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.